Chapter 46. Ultimatum Day has expired. The Zanfronts are expecting attack. They are all willing and waiting to fight back. But Sadowin is arriving to announce the news of his friend's death. Zanfronts are well-equipped, alert with arms and ammunition. They are eagerly watching out for any act of aggression that might come from the landmen or Aretians. Araba, the Zanfront leader, has strictly ordered soldiers to shoot down anybody whosoever, be it persons or objects at sight, even if peaceful. He has warned all diplomatic visitors and religious preachers. He also refuses access to the international humanitarians workers. The Zanfronts have drawn a full line of death against all foreigners. Sadowin flies in tired. He sees a standing dead tree ahead. He goes, hoping to rest before hooting. A Zanfront soldier notices the lone bird and alarms, pointing. The other Zanfront soldiers, many without looking, start to shoot. They shout, "Enemy! Enemy! Enemies are coming! Enemies are here!" But shooting ends with only floating feathers and fading smoke. Sadowin is shot. His body is shattered. Death of Sadowin, in Banitus words, can never be known, and his body can never be found. But it shall remain that Sadowin can never be seen forever. The Zanfronts don't know the person they have shot down. They are wondering while watching out again. There is a worldwide tension. Eresia, the new great world power, is finally drawn into the world war. The largest army of all nations, with bests of all weapons, has fully mobilized and ordered to carry out a military mission. This will be the first of its real combat action. It will either end or prolong the war. But Zanfronts have made chemical weapons. They have used it to defeat Amalans in the recent last battles. Landmen were driven back in their first assault on Nakwashima. Therefore, while water soldiers in Amaland want a negotiation of peace, fellow citizen Zanfronts are not interested to make peace with anybody. They have rejected all peace proposals and trust in their new weapon. They want to use it to drive the invaders and to conquer the world. Eresian government wants to bring the war to a quick end, but the air public remains divided on how this aim has to be attained. Recent reports about the biological weapons are so dreadful. The Aretians with rest of the world are afraid and worried. The use of the chemicals in war is dangerous to mankind. Although Eresia goes into the war on moral grounds, yet she has the worst weapons of mass murder. After the shooting of Sadowin, the Zanfronts have not stopped watching, but there has been no other signs of invasion till this sunny noon. Now they could see a thick cloud rising in the far northern horizon. There is no lightning or thunder, and neither any wind comes with rain. The false cloud rises higher and nearer, spreading left, right, and wider. It seems to be circling the entire Nakwashima. Zanfronts are beginning to understand the developing situation. The mighty army of Eresia has finally come. Swam of insects, locusts, bees, mosquitoes, flies, and cockroaches. Zanfront are surprised and afraid, but Araba remains courageous. He runs to and fro everywhere, urging his men to be brave. "Enemies have come. Kill. Fight for our nation," he says. But Aretians the army has not come for a real war. Air troops are here on peace mission. The air soldiers are instructed not to kill anyone. They have come to arrest and drive out the Zanfront leaders. The mission is meant to secure grounds for the negotiation of peace. That will lead to restoration of civil life and order. King Dezawo has only decided to use what he calls peace police. The newspapers tagged it Army of Peace, but the Zanfronts regard and call same enemy of true peace. Araba accuses Aretians of coming for invasion and occupation. He claims to fight for Zaquinian liberation and neo-independence. "Fight for your life. Fight for your people. Zaquinians shall not be slaves in their land," Araba says as insects massively becloud the island. Battle begins as Aretians' locusts start to eat grasses of Nakwashima. Mosquitoes are busy sucking blood of civilians and that of the Zanfronts. Tsetse flies bite, bees suck nectars, Cockroaches and flies are eating. Battle continues. Insects are still crowding everywhere. They mass heavily on the Zanfronts and their guns. They heap thickly on those manning the artillery weapons. Some Zanfronts jump into water to wash off the air attackers, but the insects come over them again as soon as they return. The Aricians' army is countless in number. They are huge, all over Araba. Zanfront's soldiers are defending their boss. Swarm of bees are struggling with his bodyguards. They are being overpowered one after another till each is down. Araba is alone defending himself, now against the invader tsetse flies. They inject enough of the sleeping poison into his mouth and he falls. He is weakened, moving slowly in induced sleep. It is not easy as said. But Aricians manage to arrest Araba. They bind up his mouth, hands, legs, and hold down his tail. They want to carry him to Aricia and charge him for war crimes. But some whales, toads, and electric fishes come to his rescue. They are spraying the smoky and burning chemical. It is killing the invader insects. Smoke of the chemical rise everywhere. Arician soldiers begin to die in greater numbers. Airmen are beginning to run from the mass killing effect of the chemical. Zanfronts, though, with limited quantity of the chemical weapons are not only killing many, but are chasing the invaders away. The destroyed peacekeeping force can no longer carry on. Its remnant must suspend the so-called police mission. Zanfronts begin an all-day and night celebration. Toad chemists are treating Araba for the effect of sleeping poison. The recovering leader is surprised to see his people in jubilation. He is told how full control of the situation has been regained. The invaders are humiliated, defeated, and quickly driven. Araba stands up again amidst cheering comrades. He proudly tells the world, saying, "We, Zanfronts, rise for a new Zaquinia. Let the world be warned and respect our sovereignty. We have obligation to use the worst of our chemical weapons. Today, we are capable of defending ourselves against all aggressions. We shall fight any nation that stands against our nation. The world shall see the worst war." The last weavers have heard Araba well. They are rushing back home with the news of Araba's declaration. They will report of another rising threat against the entire world again. Greater rumor will spread about the new type of chemical killer. Victory of the Zanfront increases the tensions of the world war. The threat to world peace has taken a new form. International tension is growing higher.